Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the Morning Escapade podcast. My name is Liam Edwards. I'm
Nick. How you
Nicholas
going, guys?
Nasira to the right of me. And today we're going to be doing the first episode of a podcast, man. And we're both very excited about that, aren't we?
We are very excited.
I'm every single dimple on my body is protruding outwards right now.
I'm tingling a little.
My feet, I feel it. I definitely feel it there.
I mean, I got my tea here. You got your coffee?
I got a cup of Joe, and you got a nice little, what is that, an English breakfast?
EBT, mate.
There you go, man. The only way to do it. And today, man, we'll be talking about just some random bullshit, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, just talking about everyday stuff. Basically, yeah, I don't know what the idea
Just some
is
interesting
really for the
stuff,
podcast.
really,
Yeah, just talking about whatever interests us at the point. It's a morning podcast, although right now it is 12:51 p.m.
Technically not a morning anymore.
Not a morning anymore.
But for us it is.
Yeah, fuck it. We've got coffee and tea.
Yeah.
That's good enough. Today is the 18th of July, 2014. And this morning, some interesting stuff happened in the news, Nicholas.
Yeah.
What happened in the news this morning?
Well, another Malaysian flight.
Get this! Another Malaysian
Another
flight.
one. Oh, the luck of the Malaysians, man. I mean, I'm part Malaysian, so I can say this stuff.
It's alright now. It's fine. Totally fine.
Yeah, but just over the Ukraine, Malaysian flight, just a normal civilian flight, Boeing 777's been shot down.
Yeah, with a missile, actually.
With a missile.
So it fell in the Ukraine. There's actually video footage of it, or possible video footage. We got all of our information for this news story at the Sydney Morning Herald, their internet site, which is a pretty popular newspaper here in Sydney. And it's pretty
today
interesting,
all
man.
the sites are having have all those videos on.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's all speculation, dude. Because Putin came out and fucking said some
Russian.
shit, man. Said some shit. He's
trying to defend himself. I mean,
he did the whole schoolyard trick, though, man. He was all, no, man, he did it. He started it, man. It was him. He came out, Putin, obviously looking to defend what looks like a Russian attack. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is because I wasn't there.
Where would Ukraine get the missiles? You know, Russia.
Yeah, that's true. Basically, Putin came out and he said, it's Ukraine, man. It happened on Ukraine's... It happened on Ukraine's, I guess, land mass. It's property. By that logic, seriously.
Yeah, that's the stupidest logic.
It's fucking stupid. Okay, well, in that way, Jewish people are responsible for the Holocaust. Because think about how many Jewish people were in Europe at that time.
Yeah.
9/11.
9/11 happened in America.
Fault, man. I mean,
Americans are to blame.
Who the fuck is his publicist? He's probably going off. After he said that, he made that statement.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the back and he's like, who the fuck wrote this? I'm fucking mad. You know what I mean? He goes off, chugs a bottle of vodka.
Get him with the vodka.
Yeah. I'm gonna need some fucking vodka. And he goes back into the back and he goes and sees his journalist, pops one in his face. God damn it, Putin. There's been some recent controversy, though, even though, obviously this is a pretty controversial matter.
Yeah.
286, I think, people passed away on that flight.
Everyone on that flight would die.
Yeah.
And that's a heavy thing. I mean,
it is heavy, man. Like, it's pretty fucked up that it's a commercial flight. These are people
scary.
who aren't...
It could be you and me. I mean, it could be anyone. It could be just normal civilians. And... Speaking of that, I'm going on a trip.
Especially, you're fucking flying, man.
Next Friday, I'm going on a Malaysian Airlines, no other. A Malaysian Airlines flight to Kuala Lumpur.
I swear to God, they should just adopt the luck of Malaysia. They should just that right under Malaysian Airlines, the luck of Malaysia.
But something like that, I mean, you'd end up being like, what's his name?
It's a little fucking unsettling.
Biggs. You have to apologize for a comment.
Yep, Jason Biggs came out on Twitter. No, he didn't come out of the closet. Don't worry, people. Don't get too excited. But he came out. Came out with a Twitter post shortly after news had broken in America about the Malaysian Airlines mishap, the second Malaysian Airlines mishap. The tweet, which is receiving a lot of ostracization, is, anyone want to buy my Malaysia airline frequent flyer miles? Jason Biggs. I think that's fucking brilliant. As far as just on a pure comedy level, that's funny.
I mean, you shouldn't have to apologize.
No, it's not like
humor.
Yeah, and it's not like that's how people deal with shit, man. And just because you don't deal, just because you get angry and confused, doesn't mean everyone else has to.
And I feel like people wouldn't get offended by that either. Like, people might assume that other people might get offended, but they wouldn't. I don't think so.
I think that's the main reason why people do that.
Getting offended. Yeah.
No, I think that's why people do that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because they don't think, well, I'm not offended, but I'm sure there is someone who will. And especially in an age where so many fucking religious extremists, not saying any words, cheeky Muslims, and like, you know what I mean? Like, it's to the point where you can't talk, I can talk shit about Christianity 365, 24/7, 7 days a week, whatever it is. Nobody's going to say shit. As soon as I say, well, you know what, there's a sacred prophet who performs fellatio on other males, and his name's Muhammad, people are gonna fucking shit their pants. They're gonna shit their pants because it's not even like because it's not like a Muslim person is gonna hear that. A rational Muslim person is gonna hear that and be like,
that still could be offensive.
Oh my god. Yeah, but
sure.
But who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? You offend me with how you treat women in your country. You offend me. I'm not coming over and shooting you. I'm not doing shit. I'm just hanging out. Because I don't respect the fact of that, but I'm lazy, so I'm not going over there, man. Fuck that shit. But yeah, no, obviously.
But like, Biggs didn't say anything like offensive, really.
Well, no, I think that's mildly offensive, but that's why it's funny.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's funny. You know what I mean? And
if no one in this planet took things with a light humor, then everyone will be upset. Like there'll be no happiness, I reckon.
There'd be a lot of killing.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of killing. Yeah. Because like, how do you? No, I think it sucks because he had to come out on Twitter and apologize. Yeah. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Especially a guy like Jason Biggs. Yeah. I could get it if someone who was actually like doing really well at this moment in time did that. It's not like he's corrupting any movie deals with that type of thing. No. He's not. When was the last time he was in a fucking movie?
No idea.
American Pie Reunion, I think, was the last one. Or he's in like the new TV series Orange is the New Black. So I guess that's maybe why the producers got on. They were like, "Fuck, man, we've got Malaysian people who watch this show. You can't be doing this shit, man. It's crazy."
Yeah, exactly. I'm part Malaysian. You know, I use Malaysian flights.
I think that's just fucking ridiculous that someone can't.
It is a funny
crack
comment.
A joke,
it is,
man. It's fucking cracking a joke. That's all it is, man. But obviously, it's a fucking tragedy that whoever decided to shoot that missile at a commercial air flight. With passengers coming from Amsterdam, which is really interesting. That's interesting. You think about it, man. How many Scandinavian citizens were on that flight?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, how did the Dutch respond to that, man? Like those are your people. Imagine that. Imagine if one Australian was on a flight that got shut down. Yeah. Everyone in here would shit their pants. Yeah. They would shit their pants and they'd smear it on the walls, man, because they would go fucking crazy. It's true though.
Yeah, it's true.
Fucking Chappelle Corby, when she got fucking done for having a surf bag full of weed.
The whole of Australia was behind her,
Smearing it on the walls, man. That's what they were doing, dude. I'm telling you now. It's fucking crazy.
But it's just so scary as well. Like, why would they target such an innocent flight, you know? It's just a normal civilian flight.
Maybe to send a message, man. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get the Ukraine blamed.
Yeah, maybe. But even that's so stupid. There's no one that even if they're fucking raunched on vodka as a Russian might be. Yeah. There's no way in
like
shit.
This time last year, anyone could catch a flight anywhere and feel perfectly safe that they're not going to get shot down. Yeah. Like that's
now it's something
people weren't targeting. Countries weren't targeting like just normal planes. Well. Yeah. Things have happened to normal planes in the past, obviously. Like we know about that, but
yeah. I definitely that's fucked up. But so you're going on a flight, man. So how do you feel about this? How does this make you?
Oh, well, nervous actually. I'm not normally nervous about flights.
Me neither. I'm usually, when I was a kid, I was a pretty bad flyer. I used to vomit. I vomited down a staircase at LAX and a security guard slipped on it. Great, priceless, completely worth how bad I felt.
First time I got to Australia, I vomited all over like. You know those long queues to get your bags?
Oh, like everyone around the carousel?
Everyone around was just like...
Yes! Oh, it's perfect, man. It's fucking great. But how are you feeling about... I mean, you leave in a week from today. Yeah. What time is your flight? When do you fly out?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. So
not too bad. It's
not too bad. And you're not going over Ukraine?
So most of the flights over Australia. I mean, from Sydney to Perth is like a long time.
Yeah.
And then from Perth to Malaysia, there's just a few.
It's really only it's like an 8, 9 year flight, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a couple years.
Yeah, it is an 8-hour flight. It's close. Malaysia's closer to Perth than Sydney is, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Puts it into perspective.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting for you, man. Like, I'm not saying that the flight will be interesting. Obviously, the trip will be interesting.
Yeah, the trip will be interesting.
What are you looking forward to, man? Do you have a bucket list yet? Do you have a?
I do. I'm going to Vietnam. I'm going to Thailand. I'm going to Laos.
So how many transsexuals are you gonna have sex with?
Look, if the opportunity comes up,
it's a once in a lifetime experience.
It is. I mean, I'm not sure if I'll talk about it. I might be quiet, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine you coming back from the trip and you just don't say a word.
Yeah, if you ask me about it and I don't reply, you know what happens.
You don't need to worry about that, man. I locked that down. But yeah, no, like it really is interesting the amount of paranoia that can just like, because that's not associated with either one of us.
No,
it like has nothing to do with us. We're just two people.
Exactly.
Did nothing.
But when you catch a plane, like the main things that could happen are like not chemical, but mechanical. Malfunctions.
Yeah.
Things that humans can't control.
Yeah.
Like,
things that just happen.
Yeah.
Just shit.
And
shit
that's
literally
shit that
happens.
you shouldn't worry about, because if it happens, it happens. There's really
no way
nothing
you can
do.
Yeah. You know, there's not like a safety button.
Yeah. But when there's like planes being targeted, planes getting lost, that MH flight that got lost, things happening to planes all at the same time.
And especially in such, like, that is a very politically and like diplomatically, that is a heated area right now. Ukraine and Russia's invading.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel really bad for the Ukraine right now. Like, that's a suffering thing, because nobody's gonna come to their aid. Nobody is. Think about it. Who the fuck's gonna come, man? All right. America's dealing with horrible debt issues. They just got out of a war. They just got out of a war.
It would have been Russia to come to Ukraine's aid, but Russia's getting blamed for it, and they're just blaming Ukraine now. They've turned their backs on Ukraine.
Well, they're trying to take it, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking, they're trying to go over to the toy pit.
That would explain
to the kid and just say, hey, this is mine now. I own this wooden block.
And you know why? Because it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault because it's your land.
Yeah. Oh, it's so stupid, that logic, man.
Pointing fingers, man. That's all politics is, pointing fingers.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
Like, no one knows who, someone obviously knows, but no one really knows who's to blame for this. Who shot down? No one knows at the moment.
I don't think anyone will. Like, unless someone comes out
unless someone
and
leaks
claims
the information.
No. Well, I think unless someone claims it, like, you know, if there's like a rebel, what they might do, Russia might like create a little hatch of like a little mini terrorist organization that comes out and claims for it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, hey,
and then
they're rebels. They're
rebels.
rebels.
They pretend to be from the Ukraine as well.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's such a fuck situation. A lot of fuck shit going on in this beautiful world of ours.
Yeah. I'm lucky. I feel lucky that we're in this country, and it's such a safe country at the moment.
It's true. This is definitely true. You can walk down the street without getting shot or stabbed, or on most occasions.
Yeah.
On most occasions, you know, we've all had a couple of close calls, but nothing, you know, on a daily basis in a lot of places. I mean, that's not, you can't just walk down the street. Are you kidding me?
No.
You want to go to the store and it's after 6 p.m.? No. Yeah. No, you can't go get milk.
And it's not their fault. It's just they were born into a country that's
fucking shitty, man.
Has no control over what people do.
It's fucking shitty.
It's
shitty.
It is shitty.
It's a shitty situation. It's fucking bullshit, man. I think that's really rough for people who, you know, it's not like that's in their control either. It's not like I can choose to be born here. I was just lucky enough to fall here.
Yeah.
And fucking come out of my dad's nutsack. And luckily, that was when I was birthed. I was in Australia, and that's where I've stayed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I was born in England, and it's just you're
got
lucky.
The royal blood in you,
and no one chooses.
Royal blood.
No one chooses.
Right in the middle of a really serious conversation. But yeah, nobody does choose, where they are or how they go about, you know, growing up and stuff. So, you know, it's a shitty situation, but who the fuck's gonna fix it? I don't know.
You can't fix it.
It's just a matter of.
It's just how the world
matter
is.
Of shit,
people,
man.
I think the new generation is starting to accept how fucked up the world is. I mean.
Yeah, I think
we're getting more adapted to it. I mean, like with the video games and stuff, like we know there's killing all the time. Even like us, our countries that don't have really, like, we don't experience killing every day. I mean, we hear about it on the news, but like Australian news is so like not worth talking about. That
it's shitty. It's so superficial that it's shitty.
Yeah.
I can. There is a formula they go by.
Yeah.
Murder story, sports story,
happiness story,
cancer recovery story. then another bad story,
and then natural disaster.
Yeah, and then that's it.
But like not
they
even
always end on a bad note. Do you ever notice that?
Yeah,
they always do the shittiest news at the end.
Yeah.
Unless it's like with this flight, they're just gonna they're going to fucking
that's
post
world
that.
news.
That'll be
that's
first.
News,
you know what I mean? But like if there's a stabbing or like a shootout or whatever it is, that's gonna be at the last. Why is that? Why is that the case?
I don't know.
Why is that always the case?
My friend from China, he's actually one of the chefs who works at the same restaurant that I work at. And he was saying how on the world news, like Australian channels have the world news, they have Chinese news, which is in the Chinese language, and they have the Japanese news.
Yeah, and then SBS also has multiple.
And things like Australian news and like Japanese news have their own country's problems. Whereas China has the rest of the world's country's problems. Like China would hear about Australia's floods and Australia's bushfires, and it's because it's to make China seem like a safe country. It's to make the people in that country feel happy that they don't have that happening to them. When
really they're just in like a communist area.
Exactly.
I have nothing against communism.
No.
The only problem I have
it does work for some countries.
Yeah, the only problem I have with it is that if it limits the way that you can articulate yourself and expand, if it limits freedom in any way, you know what I mean?
If anything limits freedom, it's not good.
That's what I mean, yeah. Because like, well, fucking seriously, I hate that when people, and this is really ironic coming from me, but I hate that when people tell other people what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's to a point.
You don't do that.
I think I do a fair bit. I was just talking about but it's general stuff even. You know what I mean? It's just general stuff. Like then
people should be able
saying, why are people born in that situation? Why do people kill? All that stuff. I think all that stuff's wrong, which is fair enough. And then people are entitled to their own views.
Like I've heard you say this before. Like I think we both agree on this. When it starts to affect someone else in a negative way, then that's when it should be considered wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You should be able to do whatever you want for yourself, as long as it doesn't affect someone else, Yeah,
that's true, man. I think that comes to a big discussion about as well drug addiction, which is we're in a transitional a transitional stage right now, where you see over in Denver and in Washington they've legalized pot, and now New York has legalized the medicinal use, and I think that we're starting to see that. That each state is benefiting from these things on a financial level, and crime and drug addiction has actually gone down.
Yeah,
because a lot of users are switching
and there's bad
drugs.
things. I mean, there's obviously legalizing something or changing the law is always going to have. There's not always going to be 100% good things about it.
Repercussions.
Yeah, exactly.
It's change. Yeah, and with change comes growing.
Yeah, I think the biggest fear is if a government says it's legal, then they're saying it's okay to do it, and then they're kind of promoting it, and that's what some people feel like. But that's like for instance, what's that? Portugal legalized every drug, not just soft drugs, not just weed.
You want to fucking shoot heroin into your dick hole? You go ahead.
But it was already fucked. It was way too fucked up. Like that was I think that was one of their last resorts to just do.
And it's worked for them, man.
It's decreased.
Crime has gone down dramatically. Drug use has decreased.
You wouldn't expect it.
No, I think.
Obviously not straight away.
No, fuck no. No, that's over a 3-month period.
Yeah.
That's at least what we saw. Over a year period, I think was the graph that we had seen. But I think that's the perfect example of human nature.
Yeah.
Because once you give, it's basically like when you're a kid, when you see those kids. And one kid will have like a squishy ball, and they'll be like, "I want the squishy ball."
Yeah.
And as soon as they have it, they're like, "Fuck it, I don't want it."
It's not interesting.
Yeah, I don't. It's just a fucking squishy ball. You know what I mean? I think that's human nature at its best. It's like, I want this. Okay, you have it. It's better shit. You know what I mean? Like that's literally it. That's it. It's like I got other shit to do.
And it's kind of like people want to do it because they can't do it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You kidding me?
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Because like that. All right, think about it. The first time that you may have smoked pot. Yeah. Right? You get in the situation, you're like, shit, dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this when I want to in the next couple of weeks. Because it's not a legal drug.
No.
At least in Australia. I mean, it's pretty decriminalized. It's pretty decriminalized, more or less.
I mean, it's not like it's a strict thing. People are pretty laid back about it.
Yeah.
And it's not like everyone in the country is against it or anything. Like,
Definitely not. No.
Even the people who don't use it just don't.
Well, they're not overly like opposed.
Exactly.
They're just kind of like I mean, it's your choice. It's your personal choice. And a lot of people, I think that's one of the best things about because we have such a free system here. you know, that it is literally just, all right, man, as long as it doesn't affect me and my family.
Exactly, and I think the Australian law's like that as well. Because if you're caught with a small amount that you're not going to sell...
Well, yeah, a buddy of ours was actually recently caught with about, I think it was like 1.5 grams or 2 grams of cannabis, and just got let off with the cannabis warning, and that was it, man. Yeah.
In the car.
In the car, man. It's just in the back of the car. The cops saw the package, or not the package, but like a bag of weed, and they were like, all right, man, well, we have to check now. I'm going to take that off you. Yeah. And you're on the way. Like, that's... See, it's not... We're getting to that point. We're in a huge transitional stage right now, because governments realize... It's so funny how this has happened, because it's almost like... It's almost crazy when... You know when religious people say, like, look how perfect the design is. How can there not be a creator? Because if you look at all... It's almost like how this shit is happening is a chess game. Right? So recession happens, and all of these countries are in great financial deficit. Yeah. And then Denver and Washington are like, hey man, you know this cannabis shit? Let's legalize it. Let's check it out. 100 million in the first 3 months. 100 million, dude.
I think what we need to explain.
And every country is just gonna be like, fuck, dude, I can, like, you know what I mean? I got all this debt.
Instead of those drug cartels, the people who control the drugs will not be those people anymore because it's legal. So the government will control it. Yeah. And that will make so many things positive as well. So like the drugs, they won't be laced with other things. You know what's in the drugs.
It's regulated
because the government's providing it.
Yeah.
The government will get the money, not these lawbreakers that not the mafia. Not
you take the money out of it. That's the only reason.
In Australia, it's the bikies. It's the bikies who control.
We have
the drugs.
a really bad bike club problem here. Yeah, a lot of them, especially with methamphetamines.
Yeah,
that's a big
compared
problem.
to other countries. It's better because I prefer like bikers. Bikies don't seem to like
come into your house.
Yeah, they don't go
like you look at Brazil and it's just like, holy shit, there's a guy with a knife running through my
everyone has Uzis in Brazil. Yeah. Everyone has guns. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about, but like they've been clearing out for the World Cup, which happened recently. Yeah. And a bunch of they've been cracking down on so many people in Rio.
In the favelas, yeah.
Just every town, every little village is just so corrupt.
And it's so densely populated. That's the scary thing. There are so many people who have that type of life, but
and it's kind of like
point is
let's go back to the original point.
Is with that legalization, the transitional period. You know, if you take the only reason that those criminal organizations have the power that they have
is because
right now, and they get money from it. That's the thing. You know, you take a cut, they can fund. You can make a community. You can make you can buy a nice house for your family or whatever it is, man. That gives you power. And then you have power over the addicts that buy from you and all these things, you know what I mean, which can be solved. If the government regulates drugs, and they regulate them to make them pure and as they are, and then they use, let's say, even like 5% of the proceeds
and they
educate people.
Yeah, promoting safe usage.
Yeah, or no usage, whatever it is.
Or no usage.
See, that's the thing, is that only recently has Australia realized, holy shit, we've got a drinking problem. Like, we have a drinking problem. Are you kidding? Like, it's Australian to have a beer after work, mate. And it's like, well, dude, do you realize what that... If you have a beer, or a couple beers, I just have 3 or 4 beers after work, man. You know, that's just how it is. You get into that notion, that's going to have a huge effect. Don't even worry about smoking weed. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. Because I'm telling you, 3 or 4 beers a night for like 3 or 4 months, you're going to notice a difference. Because you're just going to get slower. Yeah. You're constantly medicated. Constantly. You know, you have like what, an 8-hour break in the day. When you wake up, you have your cup of coffee, you go to work, you have your 3 meals, come home, and you drink. Yeah. And that's the craziest thing, is that this is legal, and it's done by so many people.
It's because it's the drug of the choice.
It's the politician's choice, and it's the priest's choice. Exactly. You know, and that's why it's legal. Because people with power, you know. But if
people who decided it was going to be legal. Same with like cigarettes, you know.
But I can't imagine, like, even some of my friends or some of my just associates I know, like from school and stuff, who I could see going into politics, or like, you know, Nathan, I could see him going into politics. I don't know why. Yeah. But even him, man, like, he's not like a tight ass or anything. He's pretty, you know, open to things. He's pretty like well spoken, all of those things. Yeah. But I can't see anyone coming from our generation with these fucking prehistoric conceptions of drug use and all these. So I think that you know, when we're in our 20s and in our 30s and well into our 50s, we're gonna see a huge shift in views and in everything. I think that there's gonna be a connection between you look at what the internet's done in the last 20 years.
You can never predict the future. And I'm not saying that like the government should legalize anything, like it's a hard decision to make because you never know if it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, and it's always fear of the unknown.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! As soon as you legalize something, you're like, shit. Is people going to die?
Exactly.
Are we going to make money?
And then who's responsible for that? The people who actually, you know. So it's a risk to take. Yeah, you always have to weigh up everything, and you can't just say just doing something is always going to have like a positive effect. You never know. You never know.
At the same time, though, you can compare the situation that we're going through right now with our internet connection.
Yes.
Is what I'm talking about. Is, you know how? So it gets to a point where if every other country has legalized these drugs and is benefiting from the financial and personal, you know, like if drug use and crime goes down, they're benefiting from all these things. As soon as you don't legalize those drugs, as soon as you're that country, you inherently have a disadvantage. So with us right now, we are one of the countries. Slovakia has faster internet than us.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? See, and we don't realize that that's a business disadvantage. People need good internet to be competitive on a business level. I'm not saying personal usage. Fuck my personal. All I need, you give me 2 megabytes a second.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. As long as I can stream that porn.
Yeah.
We're fine, dude. I don't give a fuck. But for a business to be competitive with people in China that are getting like fucking like 300 megabytes a second.
Yeah.
The fiber connections and shit. They can send like an entire HD movie.
We're ancient.
3 hours long in a second, you know what I mean?
They're advancing so much for us though. Other countries are as well.
And we have a fucking leader. We have a leader that is saying, "Oh, we're just going to install higher quality copper." Why do we have someone who has no conception, no understanding of how this works, making the decisions? It makes no sense. And that's one thing that I've never understood about politicians. Has he even taken a look at what it takes to connect an internet connection? Or what the copper wire does? What the difference between a copper wire or a fiber wire?
If he could set up his own internet connection.
Which I doubt he can. I think he pays someone, right?
If he could, then it's
maybe he can have
story.
a little bit of a say. A little bit of a say.
Exactly.
But he can't. And he doesn't have any understanding.
And the only reason he has say is because he's the leader.
So wouldn't it make sense that we just get everyone from fields that they know to make those decisions?
I mean,
instead of having a guy who knows a little bit about, I know politics, I can speak
sure
well.
He's got someone giving him advice who has done the research. But
what's the point though?
Yeah.
What's the point? Why not just put that guy in charge of that? You know what I mean? It's so prehistoric, this concept that we have to. This person needs to be in charge of this, and this person needs to be. It doesn't have to be that way at fucking all. No way. We can have like 100 leaders for different shit.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
But we it's not like we don't need. People do need direction, especially when.
No, but I think we need to instead of.
But it doesn't have to be one person.
That's what I mean. That's.
I mean, it's not like it's a dictatorship in Australia. It's not like.
Fuck no. No, you still elect a party.
Yeah.
But there's definitely.
I mean, the fact
influence,
is, people choose. But when it comes down to internet connection and things like decision making, you know,
that doesn't just affect individuals, but it affects us as a country, right?
Yeah.
That affects us as a country.
Yeah.
If I'm a business, I can only really get, even with a cable connection, I can only get 20 megabytes a second.
Yeah.
And that is fucking ridiculous. Because even people in fucking Silicon Valley and LA, all those startup companies, they're getting a fuck ton, man, like 700 megabytes.
Why are we limiting ourselves? I mean, it's crazy how we're limiting ourselves to this. Because
well, the argument is finance, right? Finance. We can't finance it. But if you look at all the other countries that have done this, look at the business returns.
Yeah.
Just tax it. I don't give a fuck. Tax the shit out of it. I'll install it. I don't give a fuck.
Some people just care about that.
Just give a 10% tax and I'll pay for it. Yeah. So I'll be using it. That'll benefit me. That'll benefit the people around me. I don't mind, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you say the word tax, people
shit their pants. Yeah. They fucking no, I don't want to pay anymore.
Tax is kind of like, it doesn't really affect the people who have money, but when it comes down to people who don't have money,
when it comes to a 10% tax,
there's things like this that make
just tax businesses. Though, is what I'm saying.
Rich people get richer, poor people get poorer.
Well, that's the society we live in, though, man. That is literally that's the way it works, man. Fucking, we were watching that Louis C.K. bit, right, where he talks about being broke.
Being broke.
Sir, you only have $20. Yeah. That's not enough. I'm sorry, I'm not fucking with you. I just really don't have that much money.
People take money away. You get fined for for having no money.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
You do not have enough
backwards,
money. Yeah.
And such a backwards concept.
If you have money, then you're getting return on it. You're getting interest on it because it's in their bank, so you're getting more money.
Yeah.
People could just live on
Take
interest.
this guy's 15. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fucking hilarious, man. But like, obviously, there's only so much you can do about this shit. And really, it just comes down to education, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good. That's why I keep talking about this whole turning point, this transitional stage. Because, like, think about what the internet has done, man. Like, for the last 20 years, we have made ridiculous leaps and bounds as far as connecting to other countries and connecting to other ways of life.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck even knew about, like, fucking, I don't even know which country, like, Hawaii, right? If you don't travel to Hawaii, how the fuck do you know the culture and the way that the Maui culture and stuff like that, you know? You don't. You just don't. If you don't travel to these other places, where on the internet we can do this, man. Like, used to be movies, and even with movies, it's the director's showing you how. But now I can go onto Google fucking Maps and I can look at every single street like that. Yeah. No problem. Like, that's it. That's just it. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's crazy. And
it's getting better.
Change. Oh shit, yeah, dude. Crazy to think how fast technology's going. And it's only really the only thing that I can really chalk it up to is just unified human effort, really. Because now with the internet, this enables us to be like, all right, well, I'm going to check with our office in Holland. Yeah, exactly. You know, fuck it, dude. Oh, what did you get? What results did I get?
I'm just going to call someone on my mobile phone, you know,
exactly.
So many kilometers away in another country. I'm just going to talk to them right now.
Yeah, just fucking call them. Just there you go. Yeah, that's it. It's that simple, man.
Or I can FaceTime and I can have a proper conversation face to face.
Yeah, literally see who I'm, you know, who
I'm I can do that with multiple people in different countries.
Yeah. You could.
Someone in Africa, someone in Jamaica, someone in England, someone in America.
You can access everyone on Earth. Right now.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well,
you can't.
There are some exceptions.
Yeah, there are. But if we gave everyone an iPhone, we would be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, conceptually, that's what I mean. Like, in theory. But then you still have to do all that shit.
But you have to set up.
I mean, the technology that we have has that potential. Is my point. It's not like we can just do that.
No, it's not like people in Antarctica. They need special phones.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely you have to adopt.
And people have to choose to use that too. Like, you know, like definitely. A lot of tribes prefer to just keep their old, which is fair enough. No one's making them.
Have you heard of these tribes in
the Amazon?
Yeah, they recently discovered another one. There are these tribes that live in the Amazon that still live by the old ways.
Because no one has had,
no one's discovered them.
No,
because the Amazon is so. How big is it? It's like, isn't it like 200,000 miles or something?
Yeah, it's
fucking
very
insane.
Large.
Fucking insane.
So much of it has been untouched, unseen.
There was actually recently
by the rest of the world.
There was recently a study that came out that revealed that the Amazon flows backwards.
Really?
And through gravity. So it actually goes against any other stream. It's fucking so weird. And the whole river goes backwards. It's just so big and it's in this vortex.
It's kind of crazy to think like we are pretty advanced in technology, yet we haven't discovered the whole
scraping,
Earth.
Man.
We haven't discovered.
We're scraping shit, man.
But like we haven't discovered deep sea. There's so much of the Earth that we don't know about.
Well, and then you go on a larger scale, and you go.
And then you go.
We've got all of Mars to fuck with right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking crazy to think that's even a thing.
Yeah, I mean, people will go to Mars soon. 2017.
Yeah, no. Did you hear about that?
The new TV show,
It's a new TV show for anyone who hasn't heard out there.
I mean, we heard from Grant. God bless him.
Good old Grant, a good friend of ours, Liam, who you'll meet in due time. He'll make his appearance on the podcast. But he came up and was telling us about this new Mars reality TV show, man. I don't know what it's necessarily about, but it's the main idea.
They're sending normal people. Obviously, they won't be able to get back from Mars, so it's a one-way trip. One-way trip.
Big
to
catch.
Mars. Yeah. And they're going to film it, the whole thing. They're just their lives on Mars, and like, obviously it's not going to be in the next few years. It's going to be 2000. They're planning it for 2020 something.
4, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
But they're starting it now. Apparently they're taking auditions. They started with like several thousand people. Now they've got it down to 100.
Yeah.
They're going to take 4 groups of 4, I think, or 6 groups of 4.
From 24 people around the world.
Yeah, 24 people.
Not just the same nationality, obviously.
No, different teams. And it's just so interesting how, we're gonna go to Mars with humans. We go to Mars, and the first thing we think of is, did you see that Kardashians show? How much money are the Kardashians making, dude? Imagine if we could get a fat ass Arabic bitch on the moon.
Because that's the only way to fund it. That is the only way to fund it.
Well, yeah, it's gonna cost $6
everyone's
billion.
gonna watch that.
$6 billion, dude.
Yeah.
And now with the internet, fucking, you look at you look at NBA, you look at MLB, you look at WWE, UFC, all these places have their own internet portals where you can watch their shit. You just
making money.
Dude, you could do $1 from every person. And because so many people are interested in Mars, it wouldn't be crazy to think that everyone with internet access would at least buy like a month of subscription. Yeah. Because you're just so curious.
Yeah, it's a new thing.
So curious. And I think they're gonna have a big problem with pirating as well with that. Because they're spending so much money on such a big project that if someone does pirate it and someone is successful in doing that,
yeah, but it could be like a TV show, and on TV, obviously it will be on TV.
Yeah, someone will get it. Someone will.
And every country will have their own channel. Like we have like channel 10 or 9 or whatever, ABC.
You'll just have Mars channel.
America will have Fox, or I don't know what the channels are.
Yeah, either you'll have Mars channel or one like Fox.
Or Mars channel, yeah. So, but it will be televised in every country. Like China will have. We'll have it in Chinese.
Yeah.
You know?
But basically, the whole point of the reality show is that they're starting now.
Yeah.
And they're basically the lead up to 2024 is when they're doing it. I think it's a Dutch company that's building all this stuff.
Yeah.
So they need time, but they're giving them $6 billion.
Crazy enough to pull something off like this.
The Dutch, man. Leave it to the fucking Dutch.
Yeah.
Crazy bastards. But yeah, so the main goal of this entire operation is basically to pick 24 people. I guess interesting, controversial. I don't know what they're aiming for.
Different nationalities to get their own country to view.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna put them on Mars. Well, it's a one-way trip. You can't get back. They have a massive TV crew as well. There'll be the one-way trip. I mean, everyone who does this will have to know that they're not coming back. Their life will be in this new planet.
Yeah.
And it's going to be televised, and it'll be really.
That's a really fucking crazy idea, though.
It is crazy.
That breaks my brain. You know what's crazy is like back in the fucking day. Imagine like someone who was like 80 when the TV came out. When the TV came out, imagine or the radio. That shit breaks your brain because you don't like now we understand. Yeah, radio frequencies. We've grown up with it. The internet. Yeah, it's frequencies. All these different wires connecting, so on and so forth. But if you think about it. It is fucking insane about these frequencies, these little messages that are sent through the sky. Yeah. And you don't even know how that works. Do you understand how that works?
Oh, no, but
I use it every day. I use it every day. I use it for the majority of my day.
And part of me wishes I do understand how it works. There's so much.
I'd love to, but I'm fucking lazy.
I'd love to know how things work. And I think if I had the same mindset as I do right now, I probably would.
But you're not going to hold on to that.
No, I'm not going to hold on. I'll be like, I would like to.
Dude, I would love to do that, but let's play some Killer is Dead and smoke some weed.
I wouldn't know how to build a TV from scratch, you know?
Yeah.
Like from just metal.
Oh, fuck no.
From just melted
metal.
metal.
If I put you on an island. With
the right materials to make this stuff.
Still couldn't do it. Still fucking couldn't do it. Yeah, that's the craziest thing. And it's so funny, like, none of us understand any of this shit. No. None of us do, because it's just, it's one of those things.
We just understand how to use it. Push the on button.
Yeah, you push the off button. There you go.
That's it.
It's so crazy.
But
that's the thing, though. A lot of people say that we should take away, finance and take away money and take away all these things. But I'm telling you right now, dude, shit would not get done. No. The only incentive for shit being so easily used, like on and off buttons, like you were saying.
The reason that normal people have them, exactly, is because to make money.
It sells. Yeah, it's a marketable asset.
And then they can push the limit more, push the boundaries more, make a better TV with better
smart TVs, internet connection, shit like that.
I mean, when the TV first came out, and when screens first came out, you wouldn't think, oh, dude, we can see it in 3D soon, and now it's 3D. And just
3D didn't exist, man. HD didn't
exist. Color, before color was existing.
Yeah, and then you see how fucking good these artificial video games and these animated, how many CGI? Look at the latest Transformers movie. Even though it was a fucking piece of shit, it was amazing as far as those giant robots going around, fucking. And it's all on a computer. Amazing. It's all on stuff that the person who animated that does not understand how that was made. You know what I mean? If he knows how he did with
his
program.
If you put a certain amount of people who do know certain things, then yes, combined they know how everything works. The people who made the program that they use,
the one who had the asset manager, the one who did the coloring, all that stuff.
Or the coding even.
But there is not one person that can. It's fucking crazy, dude. And then I think that's really a testament towards human might. Like, it's just good. When we all work towards something,
power
man,
of cooperation.
We can do shit. And I don't even think that's really human. I think that's living life.
Yeah.
If you really look at it, man, like fucking, you
Animals
take a look at
it as well.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Cooperating to like.
Do shit. I mean, look at beavers, man, building dams and shit.
Yeah.
No way in shit you could get that many humans to do that. Let alone beavers just think, well, all right, we're on this planet for a little while.
I think that's probably what inspired us to build houses.
We just saw beavers and we were like, fuck, man, they look cozy.
Yeah.
And we probably went over, fucking killed one, weared one as a fucking coat, and we were like, yeah, all right, let's build one. Let's do it. Fuck it, dude. Because it really is just a fucking rule of living. Because you have to be expanding and living and fucking growing and all this different shit. And it's so crazy how, like, bit by bit. I mean, by the time that we pass away, I'm telling you right now, I'm not even slightly I am not even speculating that there will be people that are 6'5" and that's the average thing. I think that is a rule. That is happening. Yeah, that is By the time I fucking die, as long as I don't get hit by a bus or like get my dick eaten in the night or something.
I mean, we're tall people. I'm 6'3".
I'm like 6'4".
You're like 6'4", exactly.
So we're both pretty tall, but this is gonna be average, man. Like we're gonna be. I don't
know if you get it. You probably do. Of course you do. People like look at me and they're like, "You're a tall guy."
Yeah.
Like some people I work with, they're just like, it's hard to talk to you because you're looking up at you.
After a while, though, it gets fucking annoying. Like especially when you get to a new place, like, oh, you're tall. It's like, oh. I know your average size. Like, you know what I mean? Like how do you... It's so awkward when someone, like, says, oh, dude, you're so tall.
Yeah.
I know. Like, you don't want to come off as a douche. You know what I mean?
But people are just... and the average height of humans is getting taller.
Bit by bit, man. I wonder if that's the same for every other, like, species.
I don't know.
Like, maybe it's like a reward. Maybe it's like a reward. Like a metaphorical reward, right? So, like, you lived another year. Inch. Like, you know what I mean? Like... You conquered
another decade of your generation.
Yeah, exactly. Like you are kept on. Like another, you have come in a pussy for this time, and there's going to be another one of you. Good job. Here's an inch. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then periodically, maybe even like it's just a proportion thing. Like maybe as we get taller, like in the future, we like travel like 200 years forward. Everyone has a tiny dick, but they're like 8 feet tall.
Maybe.
And you got all the black guys that are like 4'5", and they're just walking around. Like swinging with around these like 7-foot cocks.
These 7-foot cocks.
Oh fuck, man. But but I don't know. Man.
Isn't it like the power of
the 7-foot
the stronger people survive?
You picture me a movie idea?
The people who survive are the people who have the power.
Kinda.
Although, what is it? The strong survive. What's that quote from? Like
survival of the fittest, man.
Survival of the fittest. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's survival of the biggest dick.
It's like Gladiator.
Yeah.
They all get in. They fucking swing their dicks around, fucking beating each other over the head with their dicks. I'm saying, man, maybe it's a TV idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that could compete in the future. The way it's going, that could compete with the Mars TV show. I'm telling you right now, that could get there, dude. Just swinging dicks. That's what you could call it, dude. The swinging dick network. There you go. But then you have to compensate and make some sort of performance.
I mean, instead of dodging those giant things, they're just dodging cocks. Just dodging,
like swinging cocks. Man. It's fucking crazy, dude. I honestly think that entertainment's going to undergo a large shift as well. Like I would not. I feel like I don't know if this is an accurate prediction, but I feel like there's going to be a moment where YouTube, a really big YouTube group of people are going to come through, and they're going to be super popular, and all they're going to do,
which is happening
every night, or not every night, but every like once a week or twice a week or whatever, they're just going to get high and record their ideas, and I think that'll be a story. No, I think that'll be successful. Yeah, because it is so interesting. Have you ever been sober and had a discussion with someone who is high? Who really fucking, believe
themselves,
They believe.
Yeah.
And it's a whole other thing when you talk to someone. I was at a party this other weekend, like a couple months ago. Yeah. This guy was on ecstasy, and he was talking to me, and he was just like so crazily like passionate about
Yeah.
everything, and he was so confident in every word he said.
Yeah.
No matter how slurred it was,
does, yeah.
you know,
Yeah, so
but it was like,
Yeah.
you know, you can
feels
feel
so
it.
happy
It's
and
something
confident, yeah.
palpable. It's something palpable. Like when you have that confidence, and it's such a shame that so many people need a drug to do that.
Yeah.
You know, if it enhances your ability to, that's great, man. That's awesome. But I feel like you also need to be able to
feel
be
like-
sober
yeah.
and express that
And you can control
type
it. Yeah.
of way. Yeah, fuck yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting when you talk to someone, you know, even if they're not under the influence of a drug, when they're just passionate about something, you know.
But drugs are part of our life now. Even just medical drugs, like
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
And
Pop a
it-
baby aspirin.
yeah.
That's why I
A
laugh
Xanax.
so fucking hard when people talk negatively about any
Yeah.
other drug. It's like, motherfucker, do you drink?
yeah,
Oh, okay, you don't drink. All right, well that's
Or
fine.
like, whatever.
Do you use baby aspirin?
yeah.
Causes heart attacks, man. What are you doing it? Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
But like even
or
psychedelic
like
drugs,
reduces. You know?
antidepressants, things that are like
Oh,
used
yeah. There are
that
so many
change,
medications.
that change your brain,
Brain
just as much
chemistry.
just as much as other drugs.
One of the most
Illicit
one of the
drugs.
most amazing things about antidepressants that I haven't understood, or these drugs that we use on the brain, is that we don't understand what they actually do. Like, we understand,
Yeah.
all right, this will make more serotonin regularly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's very
But we don't
interesting.
understand the fucking
Yeah.
brain, and we're doing this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, I'm
It's
not.
very interesting how these chemicals are around even. Like it's so weird how like
It just
opiates-
fits a slot. It like
Yeah.
fits a slot.
It
like
fits a slot and it
it has a direct
It's
reaction. Like
something that you
yeah.
can eat, something that you can or like swallow, ingest,
Yeah.
changes how you think.
Yeah, and your perception.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big advocate of hallucinogens.
Yeah.
I would really love to in the future, you know, possibly travel to South America,
And
somewhere in there,
with
do
the-
some hallucinogens, because
yeah.
I feel that is such an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Because
And
you
people are literally
bam.
creating them just for the effects on your mind.
Yeah.
Like doctors, or not doctors, but the
For sure.
scientists who research these drugs.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how like, why is there a plant that you can eat, weed, marijuana, cannabis, or mushrooms that just affects your mind? It's like
Anything,
why
man.
is it there?
Why? Well, I think the only real reason that it's there, man, is because we can identify there. We came here. Whenever we got here, we came here. We evolved from whatever. And when the humans arrived,
Yeah.
I think we were probably the first ones to realize, all right, there is a lot of shit around
Yeah.
here. So let's test it.
Yeah,
And it would have
exactly.
started. All
That's
right,
what it is. That's
all
what
right,
humans do. They test the water,
Bongo
test the
ate
water.
the wrong type of mushroom. He's dead. So
Yeah.
don't eat that anymore. And then you go, okay, well this one made me feel really good, or this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like I feel like we're one of the only
That's how we
species.
learn.
We're part of a really small species where we know what we like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We understand that something's good. We understand that something's bad.
Yeah.
Yes, I like chocolate. Chocolate's great. No, murder's not the best.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the greatest
Yeah.
thing for this. So I definitely think that's a
Yeah.
point. But the really interesting thing when it comes to, you know, antidepressants especially, is I'm not against antidepressants. I feel like it's definitely the person's.
They
I've
are
had
over
friends-
medicated. I'm a
I've had
strong
friends-
believer in the fact that doctors seem to, I don't know why, but this is my impression of it,
Uh-huh.
seem to just say, you're upset, you must be depressed, take this drug that affects your mind in a very strong way, and take a lot of it, and we'll boost it if you need more, and it will change your mind.
It'll get you better.
It will change your personality.
Yeah, I see. I try
that
to tread. I
fucking
try to
scares me.
tread. No, I try to tread lightly, because I have friends that have gone on antidepressants and
Yeah.
very
We do.
successful, very nice
have those
people,
friends, yeah.
very happy people at
I
this
have
point.
family members,
And then I
yeah.
have other people that have gone on antidepressants who haven't had the best time on them, and they don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's just a testament that we're all different.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't just, there isn't, even though you can replicate it 1,000 times in a
Exactly.
lab, but as soon as you get like,
Yeah.
you know, the odd one out,
Yeah.
as soon as that kid walks into your
Yeah.
office, Mr. Doctor Man, and you
Yeah.
prescribe him the wrong drug,
Yeah.
motherfucker, he's going to be in a bad mood. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. He may have the same things. So
Yeah.
one kid has upset, like one kid is actually depressed, and both kids are depressed.
Yeah.
One kid gets the medication, and that actually is a good thing for him. The other kid gets the same medication. They both have the same problem, and his brain gets affected.
Gets altered seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it's definitely.
And that medicine wasn't prescribed for that guy. It was prescribed for the guy who it affects positively. You know.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, it's just all about not like humans, and especially in science, and that's the one thing. Because I'm a strong believer in scientific evidence and scientific research being conclusive and all of that.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, we humans, once we think, I think this is why science is having such a boost in it. Is once we think we know something, that's it. That's it, man. There is nothing that can change our minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because especially in science, because it's so hard. Like literally, people search their entire life just to be right.
Yeah.
Right? Just to be right.
Just to be right. Just to prove something.
Exactly. And once you go into that field, like a scientific field, where it's literally just like if you get something right and you can replicate it, it's correct.
It's kind of trying to explain something that we don't understand.
Fuck no. That's what I mean. But we think we do.
Yeah, we think we do.
Fucking on a big scale.
Yeah.
On a big scale, we think we do. And I think that's one of the things that's ultimately not going to be good for us in the future. I mean,
but it is a good thing that humans push to. I think
boundaries. Fuck yeah.
That's what this podcast has become about, which is good. Yeah. It's about power of humans and like how the good things and the bad things, and not just the good things and not just the bad things.
Yeah.
But how when we push the limits from the beginnings, from when we were like cavemen to like eating the wrong berries to eating the right berries that don't kill you.
Yeah.
You know.
And then having sex with the right woman.
Yeah.
That doesn't have the yeast infection and making the choices and making these connections.
And now we're pushing the limits with technology.
I think that's maybe the big thing that separates us from animals.
It is.
Is that we realize reward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like obviously when a dog gets a bone, fuck yeah, they realize they've rewarded. Yeah. You know what I mean? But with us, it's like, holy shit. Like, you know what I mean? When we get recognized by our fellow human as remarkable and as a difference, as a liar, 7 billion people on this earth. Yeah. I think that's why so many people in reality TV shows.
Because they care about what someone else thinks of them.
That's what I mean. And it's so fucking stupid. But it's in our nature. There's nothing that can change that. You can say, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
You do though.
Yeah, no, that's nature. I'd like to think. I'd like to think.
If someone says something hurtful to you, like if someone says something about you that's very hurtful, you get upset. If someone says something nice about you, if someone said that guy is a great guy,
Yeah. You feel pimping.
Yeah. You feel good about yourself.
Fucking feel like you got a fresh new suit on walking down the street, man. Like, it feels good, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's really, when we make these developments in understanding our surroundings and understanding, like I was saying, the brain and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think that's why so many people go into science. But we also need to stay humble.
We need scientists, but we need
to stay humble, man. Like, we can't just think, fuck, man, like, we're right.
Yeah.
Because that's poisonous, dude. Poisonous.
That's what makes a bad scientist.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they get proven wrong.
Go after a desired result.
Yeah.
Very true, man. Very true. And especially at a stage right now with such a transition, people going into the scientific field need to know that shit's about to change, man.
Yeah.
And like you need to I can't think of a harder profession because I like to set, like, I don't like to set my standards high, but I like to think that I can produce something of good quality.
Yeah.
And science is one of those things. It's not really good quality. It's not about good quality. It's about like
achieving a result.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And it's about thinking. It's literally about being right. That's what it is. That's what it's about being. Yeah. So when there's recently been a huge development.
But you also have to be taken seriously at the same time.
Yeah. Well, there's been a recent development in evolutionary marketing, progressions. I was listening to the Joe Rogan Experience a couple days ago, and he had a guest called God Sad, I think, Gad Sad.
Right.
Is his name, Indian dude, right? And he's a evolutionary marketing professor.
Oh,
he's
really?
Psychological. So what he does is he looks at evolutionary bindings and evolutionary, facts, really, traits that all of us have. Yeah. And he uses that to psychologically advertise and market shit. So when it comes to, a product that we want to market to men, these are the things you can target. You can target, wanting to spread the seed, wanting to, things that are incessant, things that are in us. Yeah. And they've always been there.
Yeah. There's new technology now, and they're saying in the future, that the advertising companies aren't just going to advertise to a large audience like nowadays. You have a TV ad, you see a TV ad, you can see who it's aimed at. If it's like a little toy, then it's obviously aimed at a child.
Yeah.
If it's like a little action figure, it's usually a male child, and they're advertising.
Yeah.
So they put
Action Man.
Yeah, so an action man. So they put someone who's a bit older than that. So children look up to their elders, but not like an adult,
like a 14-year-old.
A teenager.
Exactly.
Children
So
always look up to teenagers.
Very true.
And they're going to be playing with those things, and they know how to advertise to a large people, but at the same time, they're not the only people who see that TV ad.
Yeah, that's true.
Like their parents see the TV ad, some random people. I would see the TV ad. I don't really care about action
Yeah.
figures anymore.
No, but sometimes you feel like watching SpongeBob
and
SquarePants.
this is what's going to change in the
happens.
future. In the future, they're going to have advertising specifically for each person. So they're going to see what you're interested in. They're going to see what your trends, what you like. So
it's because
everyone's
everything
different,
becomes digital, right? Like that's the big.
and they're going to
that was the big
analyze.
thing.
It's kind of scary because they're going to analyze everything about
Every
you.
facet. man.
Every facet. What you eat,
Back
why,
to dick size.
Yeah,
Back
why,
to dick size,
yeah,
man.
what you care about. And
Throw him the dick pills at him. Throw him. Put it out there.
exactly,
Dick pills.
and then they're going to advertise these products to you and try and start the trend as well.
Yeah, well, I think that was the big uproar recently about Xbox. Remember when they said you have to be connected to the internet, the Kinect has to be connected, all of this stuff, because they wanted to see stuff in your room, and they say, all right, well, I see a Captain America poster, so let's advertise the new Captain America to him. Or I see that he's
what they're
wearing a
wearing.
Green Lantern shirt, so I'm gonna, I don't know why I'm targeting superheroes, but fuck, dude. Like,
And everyone's wearing, I don't know, for instance, Ray-Bans or like whatever the product is. It does change. It changes a lot.
yeah, fuck yeah.
So everyone's going to buy the same thing. I mean, there are people who are obviously like, I'm indie, I don't care what people are buying.
But they're buying the same shit.
But they are buying the same shit.
Exactly. It's so funny.
I'm indie, so I'm just going to buy a hemp hat from the hemp store.
Exactly. It makes no fucking. That is one of the hipster trend.
Yeah.
Is I think if there was one thing that I'd want to study close enough.
Yeah.
Is how fucking stupid those people are.
It's so cool though. I love it. I love their beards. I just love their style.
Oh,
but
fuck
I
yeah.
hate how they think that they're different.
Exactly. That's the
the
thing.
main
It's
thing.
a great style. It's awesome.
But you're not
You're
independent.
not the only one, man.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
In fact, you're the one who's following the trend to try and be different.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, shit. Like you think of psychology right now. I'm wearing a Philadelphia Flyers jersey,
Which
a
is
hockey
sick.
jersey.
It looks
I
cool.
love this jersey.
I don't
But the
even follow
reason I
hockey, and
bought
I
this
like it.
jersey
Yeah.
is because I saw Kevin Smith wearing. Like not this exact team.
And he
Philly-
wears them all the
Phillies.
time, and he looks good in them.
Philly's my team. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
like Philly. I like the guy on the back.
And it's nice to have your own team as well.
Number 30, motherfucker, got a goalie jersey, and I think that it's just one of those things where you see another person doing something, and you fuck yeah. Like I love Smith's
People-
work.
and-
Smith's movies are amazing. Like,
Yeah.
they've entertained me endlessly.
And he's an idol, like you
Yeah,
are.
fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. He's a real good dude. He has good. I agree with a lot of the shit he says.
Yeah, you admire their things, like
Yeah,
about them. So
exactly.
he's a creative genius, and he's a very funny person.
Yeah.
And that's something that like you.
Well, I identify with. It's not like
Identify
I
with.
identify like, oh, I am a genius. I am.
No.
But it's more
But,
like,
like, if
I
I could be
admire
that
those
funny,
things,
then I would
man.
like to be that
yeah,
funny,
I
yeah.
admire those things, and as well with this jersey, man. Like on top of Smith just wearing that, like it's I like sports. I like hockey, but as well, it's like. It's just fucking, it's so cool. It's so aesthetically pleasing to me, and as well as, so if they started fucking marketing, you identify these things.
Yeah.
These are the things that they're going to know.
Yeah.
They're going to know I like Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're going to know that Kevin Smith wears hockey jerseys.
So then they can advertise specifically to you
Yeah.
by saying, Kevin Smith, I've seen Kevin Smith wearing these sneakers and stuff. Or
yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah. So it's
I
fucking,
know why I
it's,
said sneakers.
it's
I don't even
crazy.
say, I'm forbidden, I say trainers, but.
Yeah, no, but that's true though.
Yeah, that's
it's
so true.
It's
Yeah.
fucking, they're going to be able to do that, and that's the craziest thing.
That is.
It's fucking insane.
I think it'd be very interesting to see how they do it.
Yeah, I think the main reason why that's happening at the moment is just everything's going digital,
Yeah, but it'll be kind of scary because then are you deciding what you eat, what you wear, or are they deciding for you?
That is a weird thing. I think it actually does become a fact about they do.
They do.
Because then you're pre-shooing everyone.
Yeah.
Then we're back to the fucking ages of when, oh, okay, so your dad was a blacksmith. So you're now a blacksmith.
Kind of thing,
and that's not the way.
Or your friends wear this.
You like Air Jordans.
Yeah.
So now you're wearing Air Jordans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or your dad liked it, or your friends. And that's
it's
fucked,
smart.
dude.
It's smart on a marketing level.
Oh fuck yeah, they're gonna sell like crazy.
Yeah. Because why does everyone buy Jordan shoes? Why? And they're trying to figure out why. And once they figure that out, which they are,
I think they already have. Man.
They have figured it out.
And I think the reason.
And now they're gonna.
It's not even Michael Jordan.
It's not.
It's because that has become such a significant part of their reality.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, dude. Everyone says that's why I was talking to Nick last night, and I was saying, I want to be able to see through another person's eyes for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
If I could do that, that would be amazing. Because it would just completely shift shit. Completely shift shit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know where you were. You wouldn't know who you were. You wouldn't know shit. Right.
Yeah.
But it gets weird, really weird, when that starts becoming like that starts becoming your reality, because that changes you as a person.
It does.
Because what do you see on a day-to-day basis? You go back to another home that I do. You travel on a different route. You see different. You watch different TV shows. You see different things, and that's so crazy how we all are human, man. But we have so many fucking differences.
Especially with people like that you haven't, like people far away from you as well. But like even in your family. They have twins.
So diverse.
Yeah.
So diverse.
So diverse.
And it could be something as little as I'm going to take this street rather than this street.
Yeah.
And that can change
your
everything,
life
man. Maybe you see a billboard on the way to work that nobody else sees or nobody in your circle sees.
Yeah.
And that completely changes the way, and I think that's why it's really dangerous, because it's a way, media, if you advertise on it, media is free. Media is free. Look at YouTube. Yeah. Media is free on YouTube because we advertise. So when everyone realizes, hey man, I don't need a studio, I don't need fucking Miramax, I don't need, DreamWorks to produce my film, I can do it, and advertisers will pay me a shit ton of money because they know I make good shit, and it's been successful, and I can do this myself. Yeah. And that's when things get really weird, because where the fuck do those studios go? Where do they go? They don't fucking, they downsize, they die. Because who the fuck wants to do, you know what I mean? I can make money off advertising. I can make money. Where I think, there will not be any paid advertising on this podcast. I'm telling you now. There won't be any paid advertising. If we see something and we think it's genuinely good, fuck yeah, man. Yeah. I think it's a great thing that we could do that. But I don't
unless we need the money.
Yeah, if we really need money. That's different. If we really need the money. But
that's what this world is about, really.
It is. Fuck yeah, money.
I'm not agreeing with it. No, but that is how it is.
But if we honestly think that something's good, then sure, we'll bring it to the table. Yeah. And if we don't agree with the morals of a company or the way that they conduct themselves, then no, we're not going to promote it, because why would we?
Yeah, if we had the power to choose, we're not.
Yeah, we have the influence we have the influence that what we were just talking about. Yeah. This is a free product. Yeah. And we have the choice to do whatever we want with it, really. Yeah. I mean, shit, if we just wanted to go, we could literally have 45 minutes of a loop of just us going, dicks, 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 dicks. And if someone wants to advertise on that.
And that stuff becomes popular. It does.
I mean, look at Dick Humor nowadays, man.
Look at Meat Spin. Right? I mean, everyone knows
6 billion hit strong! Just one guy that keeps refreshing the page. Yeah. Ooh, it spanned differently. It spanned differently this time.
Things like that. You'll see. Just weird stuff.
But
you wouldn't expect to be popular, but people.
So I'm probably being a bit premature when I say there won't be any paid advertising, but it'll definitely be genuine. Like, I mean,
if we could choose.
Yeah, we will choose. We will choose. There's so much diversity. Just what we were talking about before.
Maybe not in the beginning, but when we have the power to choose, we will choose.
We will choose, indeed. Apart from that, man, we're probably looking towards the end of the podcast, looking to wrap up here. Yeah. But yeah, no, one thing to leave you with, fellas, is and ladies out there, is in Siberia, a 250-foot crater mysteriously appeared overnight, and that's pretty scary.
Dun, dun, dun.
Aliens, son. So that's something to think about. Thank you very much for joining us for the first episode of the Morning Escapade podcast.
I mean, we've covered a lot today.
Yeah, shit, dude. This has completely changed my day, man. This is going to change. We're going to go get some breakfast, man. What are you going to get?
Look, I'm going to have to look at the menu. Yeah, dude. Thinking about pancakes, thinking about sausages,
Think about aliens,
thinking about eggs.
Technological. Yeah. Imagine that, man. You're just like, to the waiter, I'll have the scrambled eggs and, have you ever heard of this crazy technology that's going on right now, man? We got fucking crazy internet going down. Development. Do you know how all diverse we're? So diverse, all of us.
I don't know, Jay.
Yeah, and then maybe just an orange juice, man. But thank you very much for joining us for the first episode of the Morning Escapade podcast. I'm Liam Edwards.
And I'm Nicky T.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode when Nick, I guess, gets back from Malaysia, from Thailand, or whatever it is. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Have a good week. Son!